what are your favorite holidays in the world? If you're like me, you celebrate the traditional American holidays of 4th of July, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, etc., etc. There's all kinds of different ways that people might celebrate those. And to be honest, it's kind of the same in Dungeons and Dragons. Some people will go and they'll take the typical gods and things like that, the religions, the universe that's been sprawled up before them, and celebrate the holidays that Wizards of the Coast came up with. Others, like a friend of mine, as I once told, have us fight a crazy transmuted Easter bunny dragon, which was pretty cool because it played off our character story as well as the main plot of the campaign that we were going through. Now, I myself want to tell a story, or not a story necessarily, but a description of a campaign that I once came up with to help celebrate Halloween, because this is one of my favorite things I've ever done. I only get to run it one time. It's a one-off. It's not meant to be this long thing. It's meant to be you and your buddies gather around on Halloween, you're drinking, having some fun, eating some pizza, eating some Halloween candy between kids coming to the door, and you're just really celebrating in the only way you can, playing D&D. So the idea is that you've got a group of people whom are all together in a tavern. Your adventurers, your party, and somehow, at some point, one of them or someone else in the tavern is going to piss off a very powerful spellcaster. I usually go with a wizard because I think it's kind of funny that most people disrespect wizards because of their spellbook, and I make that kind of the key to what they're trying to accomplish. So what ends up happening is, to get revenge and for not having the respect this wizard feels he deserves, he casts a mighty spell that transforms every single person in this whole town and transporting them to a kind of alternate reality where they're all little kids and they're all celebrating Halloween. So all of their weaponry and armor gets transformed into stuff that like little kids would wear and wield, and their goal, instead of slaying some great beast that's spooky or solving the crazy murder mystery in the old McCreary mansion, is instead going around and collecting the most candy. Now, they can go around and trick-or-treat like normal, and that's fine, but while they do, there will be other people trying to get the most candy as well. And they'll find these hints as to where they can take that candy throughout the night to try to find the wizard that originally transformed them, to steal his book or pay for it using the candy and transform themselves back into their old people. Now, the cool thing about this is, because it's like they're little kids doing things, you can make them fight anything and make it totally balanced and fair. So, say at one point they have to cross through a spooky graveyard. Maybe some little kid is dressed up like a lich, and he's got some kids dressed up as zombies, and they're going around stealing all the kids' candy that come around. And they're like, well, that's not cool. We're the heroes. We're going to stop that. And then they take the candy as a reward. Or whatever. Just a simple idea like that, and it leads to a ton of fun and a lot of imaginative ways to defeat enemies because they're little kids and they come up with childish ideas to defeat larger-than-life creatures. You can even come up with some crazy stuff, like make them fight a bunch of kids in like a giant wooden mechanism that they kind of construct and call it a Trask or a dragon, and just give them weird mechanics. It's all up to your imagination to make that into something special, and feel free to use that. I love that idea. I came up with it myself a couple years ago, more than that, but it's just one of those campaigns that is a ton of fun and super cool to use and just play around with. There was also something that I saw recently. I want to say it's 5th edition. It could have been way earlier, and there was actually a booklet that they came out with from Wizards of the Coast, from at least that's what I could tell anyway, where it was like a Christmas one, and it even has like a fight for Santa Claus, his elves, the reindeer, so you can make them beat up Santa Claus. And that made me think, what if you were working with Santa Claus and you had to go beat up a fake Santa Claus, and then you get faked out and the fake Santa Claus was the one you were working for all along, so then real Santa Claus gives you his power and you beat the crap out of him with Christmas spirit? That'd be kind of fun. I don't know, I'm a goofball though, that's what I like to do. So I just thought that I would kind of share those two ideas or those two campaigns and what you can really do with them, because it's things like that that will really empower yourself as a dungeon master or yourself as a player when you're given the freedom to explore the game with a new light, like a new understanding. Just changing the mechanics from like, oh yeah, okay, well, instead of my big ass broadsword, instead I've just got like a big stick, and I'm gonna go beat up that guy by, just walking him over the head with it and then stealing his candy. And maybe I didn't kill him or even knock him unconscious, but I knocked him down flat enough so that I could grab it and run like hell. And that's kind of fun. That's a fun way to do it. And it also gives your character something else that they have to protect besides their lives. That's not a stupid escort situation. They have to protect their bags. They have to protect their, the sacks of candy, the pillowcases, whatever it is they're trying to do. And that just kind of makes it fun. I don't know. It's just different. It's just a different way to play, and it's a fun way to celebrate the holiday. And with the holidays coming up so soon, and me just chomping at the bit to celebrate because I love Christmas, I'm really hoping that me talking about this will inspire at least one person to bring that idea to the table and say, hey, let's make a holiday-inspired campaign for the next one, which at this point will probably be Easter. Or St. Patrick's Day if you're creative.